was in a play here. He was actually at this repertory theater doing a play, and this is actually the first place that he actually did the voice, and I got a positive reaction. So I thought this would be a good place to do my first video with this new iPhone 16 that I got yesterday. And I'm going to show you this on the outside. So this is the place. So for those who don't know, Pee Wee Herman actually lived in Sarasota. He moved here when he was 11 years old, and he developed his routine, his repertoire, the bicycle thing. It all happened pretty much here in Sarasota. And this was the place, like I was just telling you, where we first did the voice. I forget the play that he was in, but this was the place. Let me show you the outside. I don't know how to pronounce this. This is actually a town in Italy. So it's Osolo. I mean, you could kind of say, a funny way of saying it, Osolo, right? But they do all Broadway type plays here. So Pee Wee Herman actually lived in Sarasota, and in fact, it was where he got arrested at the X-Rated Theater, which is now a restaurant called the Mellow Mushroom. But before I go any further in this video, I want to mention I've lived in Sarasota for 3 years. I've met a lot of people who knew Pee Wee Herman, and I just want to say, everyone has the highest praise for Pee Wee Herman. Nobody said a bad word about him. You know, obviously he did what he did in that theater, but it was in an adult theater. He was by himself. So, you know, that is what it is. But I just wanted to put that caveat out there that Pee Wee's got a lot of fans. He lived here, and he's got nothing but the highest praise from all the people of Sarasota. And I've not heard one bad thing about him. So I just wanted to bring that out there. And, you know, he's passed now. He passed a year or two ago. And wanted to mention that. But this is just an incredible theater here. I'll try to do some more. I had done a video on that theater, like I was telling you. You could pick that up on my channel. So I wanted to do a video today because like I said, I got this new phone yesterday. And I thought it'd be cool because a lot of people don't realize that Pee Wee Herman actually lived in Sarasota, and his parents' house, where he grew up, the house looks different now. So maybe I'll swing by the house, I don't know. But I was just watching an interview with him, and it was funny. He was talking about how he, when he was little, his sister got a tea set, and the sister didn't want the tea set. So he actually liked it. And the father said, oh, you know, let's have some tea. I guess the father probably realized, you know, Pee Wee was alternative lifestyle, right? So, or what's proper to say. So the father was drinking the tea out of it, and he said, oh yeah, this is great tea. Let me have some more. So Pee Wee Herman kept filling up the little teapot, which was actually just water in it. And after like 3 or 4 times, Pee Wee Herman said to his dad, Dad, there's no more tea. He's like, what are you talking about? It's water. He goes, yeah, but the toilet bowl is actually empty. So he was actually taking it from the toilet bowl. So that's what the father was drinking. So it's a pretty funny story. So anyway, let's move on to the next venture now. Hey everyone, so here we are at the back end of Sarasota High School, home of the Sailors. This is where Pee Wee Herman went to high school. His house is actually right around here. So I figured we'd do a video hitting all the Pee Wee Herman areas of, you know, where he lived, where he went to high school. I already showed you where he first discovered the voice, you know, the Pee Wee Herman voice. So this is the home of the Sailors. That's the name of the, you know, all their teams. So let me show you the other end of this on the other side. So of course you got a sailor that looks like, kind of like Popeye in a way. And this is their soccer field. The high school, it's a very big high school. So on the other side, you come in onto it from Tamiami Trail. Now the strange part about this is that my brother-in-law, for those of you watching the video who are familiar with my family, my brother-in-law Kevin, who we call Mo, is in a senior center. He's in a nursing home. And the nursing home is right down here. That's the nursing home right at the end there. I never realized how close all this was together. So anyway, I'm going to get back in the car. We're going to deliver a sandwich to Momo, as we call him. And then I'm going to take a video of try to go to Pee Wee Herman's house, or what used to be Pee Wee Herman's childhood house. All right, so stay tuned. Hope you're enjoying the video. Hey everyone, so here we are in 2168 Sparrow Court in Sarasota. Now this is actually where Pee Wee Herman grew up. It's not the exact house. The house he grew up in was torn down, but this is the property right here. So let me turn you around and I'll show you an idea. So his house looked different. It was a smaller house, but you still can get an idea of where he grew up here. You know, that's the street, Sandpiper Lane, leading into Sparrow Court. And 2168's the number. Really easy to find. Not too far from the #1 beach in America. There's the street. You think of just, you know, how many times he must have walked down this street over here. I'm sure these trees were here when he was around, right? Probably. And what's really amazing, let me show you this. You're gonna love this. So I can't go back there. So the rules of YouTube is you can't go on someone's private property. So I'm in the street, but he grew up right there. That's the Gulf of Mexico, right behind there. Or like a brook, a little area that leads into it. So he grew up in a really nice house. I didn't realize how nice of a place he grew up. And but as I say, he everyone says great things about him here. So you go all over Sarasota, wherever you go, they'll I can get a better view of it over here. So right here, this leads right into, this would lead into the Gulf of Mexico. It's kind of like an inlet. And, you know, Siesta Key area, all that. And you could see those are some of the hotels in Siesta Key, whatever. But he grew up in a really, really nice block. Really, really nice block, have to say. So, what you can do here in Sarasota. A really great city to live in. It's a city of artists. Really happy to be here representing our foundation and, of course, our channel. So stay tuned and continue on the Pee Wee's Big Adventure, or Al's Big Adventure, checking out where Pee Wee grew up and hung out up until about the time he was 19 or 20 years old. But he did come back here lots of times because his parents lived here up until the time they died. So he would always come back here and visit. So stay tuned. Hope you're enjoying the video. Hey everyone, so I guess this is an obligatory stop. If you're gonna do Pee Wee Herman in Sarasota, I guess this is the stop. So I'm gonna show you the theater where he was arrested. It's now a place called the Mellow Mushroom. So let me turn it around for a second. I'll talk to you on this end of it. So as you guys have heard me say many times, this is #1 beach in America. Make a left at that road. This Mellow Mushroom, I did do a video here, so if you wanna check out my channel, about a year or two ago, did a video here. So this was the place where Pee Wee Herman was arrested. Back then it was called the South Tamiami Cinema. And I believe he was watching a movie called Nurse Nancy, if I remember correctly. So it looks, you know, if you look at this place right here, it kind of looks like a movie theater, like not like a New York movie theater like I'm used to, you know, like an old style theater. But it kind of looks like a Florida theater. If you've seen theaters down here, it has that look to it. The pizza is not anything really, really to write home about here. I know some people like it, but Carrie and I are from New York. It's not New York style pizza. Food is okay. But as far as Pee Wee goes, this was the place in, I think it was 1990, I think it was. I'll put it up over here. You can see it. But this was the place where he was arrested. And again, X-rated place. He was in there by himself. You know, what can you say about it, right? Supposedly he was bored. He was visiting his parents, had nothing else to do. You know, Sarasota is a wonderful city, but there's not a lot to do at night. You know, it's other than a bar or, you know, you can see the sunsets. It's more of a day city. It's very different than New York City, where I'm from, or even Orlando, where we lived for the longest time. I mean, this is the most beautiful time of day right now. This is the sunset hour, what they call the golden hour. But here was the place, if you ever want to come see any of these kinds of things, you come right here to Tamiami Trail and the Mellow Mushroom and all the places I showed you in the video. And you will retrace some of Pee Wee's steps here. Not his finest hour here. But you know what? Hollywood forgave him. And there was really, look, what could you say, right? But as I say again, and I'm going to say it again at the end of the video, I've lived here for 3 years, and I have heard nothing but the highest praise about this guy. I've never met him, didn't meet him, didn't know him, but anyone I've ever met has always spoken very highly of him. So for anybody out there who knew him, friends, whatever, a big shout out to Pee Wee. And what can you say? All right, so great way to end the video, right? So I hope you enjoyed this video. This is the first video on the iPhone 16. I don't know if you folks can see a difference in it. I haven't really looked at it video ways, but it's got a lot more features. I could make the video go faster or slower. So I'm not the most technical guy with the videos. If you watch my channel, you know that. So I'm gonna learn it as I go, like I do most things, right? Like everyone does. But I really appreciate you watching the video, tuning in. If you have any ideas for videos, please let me know. Any comments, I'd love to hear from you. Try to answer all the comments. If you want to email me, it's wafflesfoundation@gmail.com. And if you want, please sponsor our foundation if you want. It's the Waffles Foundation. We donate musical instruments to kids who can't afford to play in memory of my son, Matthew, who we lost in 2019, who I miss dearly every single day and minute of my life. Love you, Matt, and I love you guys for tuning in. I'll see you in the next video. This is Al signing off from Tamiami Trail at the golden hour for the sunset. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.